Imagine, can you combine the fragile crystal and battery installation, electrical cables and protective medical clothing? It turns out that yes, it is possible. Each of them contains lead, one of the most sought-after metals in the world. As proved by numerous findings, it has been used by humankind for nearly 7,000 years. Smelting of lead became the first known metallurgical process to a person. It was used in the legendary Hanging Gardens in Babylon. The Egyptians used lead to build bridges. Chinese coins were minted out of it, and the Greeks sculpted statues. From lead, Romans created pipes, the world's first water supply system. Then there was a firearm, and many items made of lead were melted into bullets. It is known that during the World War II, 9 out of 10 bullets were cast of lead, produced in Kazakhstan. For example, in 1942, the Republic produced more than 85% of the country's total lead smelting. Today, Kazakhstan takes first place in the CIS for production of the metal, even ahead of Russia, says the leaders of this segment in the country. In Russia, there were such plants as the Far East and Ordzhonikidze. Now both Far East and Ordzhonikidze do not work. There are only secondary plants in the secondary market. Their volume is not comparable to ours. They work about 30 or 20,000 per year. Therefore, in the CIS region, we are the main producers. Our production covers the CIS, and the difference that remains goes to the world export. In total, it annually produces up to 130,000 tons of lead per year. It could be more, but it focuses on the production of raw material sources, such as Malievskaya mine in the Zyryanovsky eastern region of the country. The largest underground mine was commissioned in June 2000. Our mill is unique with Malievsk mine. Nature has created a unique deposit, which is probably couldn't be found anywhere in Kazakhstan. It contains a lot of things in itself. These are rich content in the extracted ores and pretty good mining and geological conditions for the development of the deposit. In addition to that, the location of the ore body allows to effectively conduct mining operations.
Чем особен рудник Малеевский? То есть он является, так скажем, можно сказать, флагманом.
The Malievsk mine is a special mine. It is possible to say that it is the flagship of Kazakh company. It brings major commodity profits today. That is basic metals, lead, zinc, copper, gold and silver. Mine is actually quite young. Of course, there are a lot of innovations and projects have been implemented at the mine. A group of companies, Glencore, was involved during its construction. Respectively, everything is done here by foreign experts, and accordingly, only advanced technology is used. And today, we are, of course, on the same path and always try to introduce the most interesting and safe technologies.
По этому же пути идем, то есть стараемся всегда внедрять самое все новое, самое интересное, безопасное.
For example, this approach allowed increasing productivity in the first year on Malievsk mine, from the initial 1.5 million tons to 2,250,000 tons of ore per year. As people who work here say that the stocks with its pace of processing will be enough until 2027. But studies of mineral resources continue. Scientists believe that the region will present more surprises to metallurgists. In the meantime, specialists are trying to extract unexplored reserves using the most secure technology. The technology we use is modern. Excavation work is carried out with the help of modern equipment. Production is almost all automated, that is, most of the ore is mechanized. The work has modern equipment. For example, our stuff doesn't go to the cleaning production. These are the zone of possible collapse. They work on wireless remote control. Moreover, special sensors won't allow people to get into a dangerous place. A man operates the machine, which produces iron ore. With remote controls, similar in appearance to a conventional computer joystick. The miners jokingly called it their favorite toy. As soon as the iron ore is extracted, all empty spaces are filled with concrete. That is, we try to avoid creating any voids, which subsequently can lead to collapse and create some kind of emergency. And the Zyryanovsk mining and processing complex takes over the extraction of lead. Tamara Timirgalieva is the leading expert of the Center of Production Management. She monitors all the processes of the complex. Simultaneously, this place receives about 5,000 signals about the stages of production. In the schemes, for example, it can be seen how ore is raised from the ground and then goes to the site of crushing and enrichment. Other screens display if the equipment is functioning properly. It is a reasonable task, but Tamara is an experienced specialist, and it is easy to cope with it. When you know the production and you know what figures must be, since we have the PI system, this system displays the main technology. For example, we need to reach, let's say, certain figures, then I am in control. In case if there is some deviation, we will see the red signal. Then I look at the figures, and this allows me to see if we have enough or not enough of resources. This is the work of crushing mills. Tamara has the power to interfere with their activities to conform to the requirements. Huge volumes of ore are eventually crushed at the right pace. Then she goes on stage of prior enrichment. Enrichment of ore is the basic process, it is the flotation we have. But we have quite a complicated scheme of ore enrichment. In a crushing stage, there is enrichment in heavy suspensions, where we are in the process of removing the head of the gang by a cheaper way, gravity, the heavy suspensions. And flotation ore, after crushing, it is subjected to grinding. And basic process, a flotation. Here in the flotation of lead and other metals, removed from the ore by means of chemical reagents. Bubbling mixture literally is bubbling underfoot. We're located in the area of grinding and flotation. This is the main body processing factory. Here comes the final stage of ore preparation. This is grinding and classification of the original ore, and the main enrichment processes, gravity flotation. Here we get 4 ore concentrates from Malayev mine. One of them is lead. It is required for further metal recovery. Enrichment plant is called by its own local specialists as golden link between mountain and metallurgy.
Здесь происходят обогатительные процессы, которые предназначены для повышения.
Enrichment processes occur here that are designed to improve the content of metal for further metallurgical processing. The main task is the maximum recovery of metals in concentrates of the same name and the highest quality for further metallurgical processing. Lead concentrate, for example, in the last century we have extracted through bichroma technology, where lead is a product of the separation chamber. The main problem was with the launch of this technology, the poor quality of lead concentrate. But while introducing new production technologies, we have managed to improve the quality of lead concentrate to 52–53%.
Нам удалось повысить качество свинцового концентрата до 52–53%.
Uсть-Kamenogorsk metallurgical complex of Kazakh works with ready concentrate. This is the plant which directly deals with lead with more than half a century history. However, now it is practically a new production. In 2012, the plant experienced a global refurbishment. Process ISIS melt was used in the process of melting lead concentrates. In 2012, we launched a new technology, ISO-LED. It is a unique technology. It works only in our country, just before it worked successfully in China. That is, we are the second who have successfully brought this technology to the general level that it is possible to obtain the finished product, lead on an industrial scale. In ISO process, we use a special stationary furnace. It is continuously loaded with concentrates, fuel and fluxes. Air is enriched with oxygen. It is fed through an immersion lens and creates highly turbulent bath. The advantage of this process is the combination of several process steps in a single unit, the possibility of a more complete removal of volatile impurities, flexibility in the processing of raw materials. In fact, the work has been made possible with any raw materials, primary and secondary, with the low metal content and to the highest interest. We practically unleashed their hands and were more competitive, says the company. Well, it turned out that literally in the first months of operation of the new furnace, we set a symbolic record. We recycled more than a similar furnace in China for a year. But the real essence of the rearmament is not in the performance. Although it rose by a quarter, the most important thing is improvement of the environmental component.
Всегда на свинцовом заводе был один вопрос, что газа.
There was always one question at lead plant, the gases, which after processing charged in the sintering machine, not utilized by 100%. Why? Not because we did not want to dispose gases, but because the lead production at the factory through sintering machine, roasting concentrates, well, entire technology has been built that way around the world. At sintering machine, we dispose two products. If so to speak, lead as the final product was adjusted. The slag is adjusted to a poor dross. Without components for recycling and disposed of 50% gas and 50% was left not recycled. That this transition of lead plant and the modernization of lead plant on IC technology in phase 1 was first and foremost environmental issue. The result, a sharp decrease in sulfur dioxide emissions and the associated improvement in many other environmental indicators. Today the company meets the most stringent sanitary goals.
Можно сказать о зеленой экономике, да, о которой сейчас мы говорим. Действительно, у нас в Кастинке...
I want to mention the green economy again. Indeed, at Kazakh, wastes are only arsenic products. The rest we did not use as a waste. Our granite slag today is even bought by a cement factory. They use it as a filler, yes. So we have the only waste, it is arsenic. But here too we have progressed very well. We had some problems. Already last year we launched a disposal landfill of arsenic-containing waste in Semey. And we still have ideas, perspectives on how to go about this harmful form of this product.
Ну, есть дальше тоже у нас идеи и перспективы, чтобы перейти в более невредный вид этого продукта.
In addition, advanced equipment and complete automation of the process, from preparation to the smelting of the charge, significantly reduced the share of manual labor, while ensuring greater security of personnel. In total, there are more than 800 people working here, not counting the construction and repair crews. Ruslan Abdenov is working on the shop of the finished product. It is here where you can see the result of the work of many thousands of people working in the mines, concentrators, and at the factory. Ruslan admits that he is proud of his work. For one day, he carries on his quads up to 200 tons of finished products. I have been working here for about 2 years. I like my profession. We produce pure lead. Increase of production volumes is planned. This year is very significant. This year we plan to release 134,000 of lead. Until this last year, we released a total amount of 126 million. That is, we moved further in a crisis period. We decided to go the other way, to increase the volume and to produce more revenue to cut costs. Moreover, the demand for local lead is always very high. It's all in its unique quality.
Всегда говорят, 4 девятка, да, чистота.
Always say yes, it is a 9,999 purity. And today we have 9,999. And after that, there is a 5. It is almost 99.995. There is only 1,000 of the impurities. Now our lead has this quality. So today, with small volumes, demand for our lead is huge. Therefore, we have practically no problems with the implementation of lead.
Очень огромная. Поэтому проблема вот реализации свинца у нас практически нет.
This lead is obtained only by our method. We use pyrometallurgical method of refining. Nobody else in the world was able to obtain such marks by this technology. As a result, the local lead is in demand worldwide. It is widely used in mechanical engineering, nuclear industry, because it is able to detain dangerous radioactive radiation. It is used for the production of battery plates and for the manufacture of cable sheaths. This quality made Uсть-Каменогорsk plant highly attractive to South Korean and Japanese electronics manufacturers. Having been here once, they now take to the Shanghai Stock Exchange the lion's share of this metal produced in Kazakhstan. This is not surprising, because it's the best lead of the world. This is guaranteed by the producer and supported by the customer.